Hi, I'm Margaret, and welcome to Garden School. Well, today I've taken a little day off and gone to the beach, and I see a plant here that I wanted to sketch. I know the plant, but as I looked more and more at the flower, I thought, I don't see all the flower parts that I think I should see on this. Well, let's go and take a look. So this is the lovely plant that I wanted to sketch. It's a Rosa rugosa, also called many names, beach rose. It's also called a beach tomato. Was a name I wasn't familiar with, but I will tell you why. That's pretty appropriate. So I can see here the pollen-bearing anthers in the center of this flower, surrounding that little yellow disc-shaped area. And so the male parts here, the stamens with the anthers, are surrounding this central part here. And I watched a bumblebee work very hard to try and gather some of that pollen. Very cool to watch that. Now, the female part, that center part is part of it, but let's look underneath here and see. This green rounded area is what's called the carpel, and that contains the ovary, and that is where the seeds will develop upon pollination. So this area here in the middle, the petals I see are gone, that would be the stigma, where pollen needs to land and go down into many different little tubules to meet up and create many seeds inside that carpel. Now, there are a lot of other rose hips which is the developing carpel, have started to form on this shrub rose here, this rose. And you can see how bright orange it is and why it might be called a beach tomato. Really cool. And now I want to show you, I did open it up here, and you can see there are many, many seeds in there. They're called achenes. And that is the result of the pollination from the pollen landing on the stigma and traveling its way down to each of these little areas to create a fertile seed. Now, if you want to look at a flower that has very distinct male and female parts that are identifiable, like from a textbook kind of thing, take a look at a lily. Watch out for the pollen. The pollen grains can be quite dark sometimes and can stain. But it might be fun to take apart a lily flower and identify the pollen-bearing anthers, and then the stigma style and pistil, the female parts of the flower. Notice how spiny these stems are, and it seems like just about everything is spiny, including the maturing rose hips. That is just, these are pretty soft, but the ones on the stem, otherwise. this was really fun. I found the Rosa rugosa, which was really cool. I identified that part of the flower that I thought I should be able to see more notably, but that's okay. And then I found this one that has buds on it. It has flowers in full bloom. It has flowers that are past their prime. It has the beginning of hips. It has maturing hips, all on one plant at the same time. That's really cool. Well, I hope that you can have some fun looking at the parts of flowers you might want to identify. There's always more to learn in the garden. Bye-bye.